So. I should believe. I'm just connecting the camera. Hello. And there we are. Get socketed. Why are you not? Okay then. Wait, now my model looks like it's way too low down. No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, well then. Everything is set, ready to go. We just need to launch ACC at this point. And I need to copy the password as well. Right, Steam VR mode. Steam VR. Let's grab briefly the password while we're at it. There it is. There's the password. Multiplayer. Server list. This is nice when you have a community that has a simple name that you can search. Not like Sim Racing 604 where you're like where you're probably better off copying the server tag. In this case you can just type Aris in and you find actually the server. Okay. So far there are 31 people on the server. There is about 26 minutes remaining. 34 degree temperature on the track, 27 air, and optimum track conditions. And it's actually optimum and not wet. Like the last few days where I joined the server and it's like optimum, and I get the pop-up message for I'm recommended to use wet tires. Like, great, awesome. Okay. It's an 80-minute race, but we're still gonna use... How many tires? So we have unlimited. But yesterday we had like 10. So you've chosen death. Well, we will see. We will see. I've chosen understeer. Interestingly enough, this default set here uses 2 traction control. Most sets have so far used 4. So that's interesting. There's not much traction control in here. The springs are very stiff. I do not understand how the hell they set up these cars. I mean, this car probably hasn't seen like a lot of like attention at all. So somebody probably like back in when the car was added to the game, like probably during early access still, like somebody like plopped it into the game, put some basic setups on it, and just like called it a day. So I don't think this thing has actually ever gotten like decent setups. So you need to like really touch up them a bit, because let's face it, these springs are way too stiff for comparison on other tracks. So we're just gonna drop them hard down, because this track is not particularly even. So we probably need some springs in this car. Give the front some suspension travel. And drop the rear bump stop range down, because we don't need that much. The LBs look not too unsensible. Okay. Steering ratio, I probably want one more click so I can actually turn. But it's track. Is nothing too bad on the steering. Aero, the brake ducts are probably at these temperatures fine. I can probably lower the lower the rear right. The bumps, perhaps not the greatest idea. Let's take 0.2 off the Radeon. Actually, how does this affect my aero balance if I go up again? Okay, I have a slightly more forward bias on the aero if I do this, which is probably positive because the car so far doesn't have particularly much forward bias in the aero. And usually on most tracks I run quite a bit of forward bias in the aero on this car. For obvious reasons. So you can actually like get it around the circuits. In any halfway sensible manner. Although I have technically also chosen death because with this car being a lot slower than like taking a boat over here, I will be starting at the back of the field. And it's Bathurst, so somebody's gonna block the track on that one. But so far handling wise the car's pretty solid. That corner is always like, you have to drive basically into the wall to take it right. Or you don't have to hit the wall, but like you have to basically aim for the wall. Because you miss it. Still. And it's like, it's a massive brain fuck, because you usually wouldn't ever aim for a piece of concrete. You would aim like slightly next to it, but you have to actually aim for the wall. Because for some reason that works. That curb is deaf. It seems I don't have any of it. Oh, there's somebody coming. Okay. And the fact that that Lambo in front of me was just absolutely running away from me, I'm not particularly convinced this is gonna go too well. Pace-wise. Yeah, I've raced this whenever thinking I can... Whenever I race this track, I've raced it once in... a public lobby with a Maserati. Yes, I'm mental. I've raced this track a few times with actually the fellow Reiter engineering car, the KTM Crossbow. I think we're bottoming out. I think that's the sound of the floor hitting the asphalt. I mean, if anybody follows us, he gets a list of a very pretty show, I guess. I seem to have something in my left eye. Right. I think I've corrected. Yeah, I think we're bottoming out here. I'm not looking at telemetry, so it's... But yeah, that corner is like evil in quite a few cars. Oof, 2 or 6. That's not good at all. I think alien times are sub 2 minutes. Yeah, we have about 4 seconds right now off the pace of what people are doing here. I mean, track is optimum here. Forgot that. Slight hit on the wall there. Jesus. Oh, overshot this section. But there's not much apparently in this lap. Promptly heavily lock up into that corner. Yeah, it's a lot more time in there that I need to gain. I need to deal with the bottoming out issue. Woo! I guess I'm gonna put some stiffer springs in there and hope the car stops hitting the ground. Probably will make it skip over the bumps. That's my fear. Second improvement. I mean, my tire pressures are all over the place. The rear left is PSI down. It's just a PSI down. I'm like, what the hell is that happening? This needs some 0.4 extra. This needs a slight removal. Slight addition. So. So keep the right height, I guess. I guess there aren't that many like high-speed corners on this circuit that really like get the rear kicked out. You have the you have the triple right, the 3 high-speed corners on the top of the hill. They're sort of like medium to high speed. I guess outside of them there isn't really much. Those are really the only ones on the circuit. Holy shit, how much tow is on this car! I just noticed, like, they put like nearly max rear tow. It's like, what? That's a bit insane. Man, how, like, if I move my right height from the front down by a millimeter, the front aero changes dramatically. That is insane. The aero values change dramatically if I move my right height in the front by a millimeter. That is interesting. Right. Okay, we have to turn a few more laps. Leaving in the car, better tuned in. Also, I'm not running the full race fuel load because we need a bit more fuel in this to get through the 80-minute race. We're not quite sure how much I actually need. actually, I think my few numbers. Correct, with like 4.2 per lap, I think. The number is actually correct.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Much lifting I have to do through that corner. That is borderline flat on most cars.
There's a slow car over there.
Probably should move my brake bias just for that one corner. That massive dip in the road, you need a lot more rear brake bias. People just straight up ignore the fact that people ask for like English only chat. And you just continue to ignore that. Okay, he's letting me by. Thank you.
Here on the right.
Well, that's not how you take this corner. I think second gear for that corner. First gear I'm already at the rev limit. Basically coming out of it. Oh god. Quite drastically bottled that. Graced the wall there. But listed as 10th of like damage repairs from that grace. Oh, that's okay, I guess. Oh man, my front right tire is now very hot and very high pressure. Something like that. Also, somebody took my marker board out that I'm using to brake. Yeah. Sent help. I have no clue where to stop. And still somehow just about put the carb.
Yellow flag, be careful.
I think I'm having like quite a bit of time in there. Although I'm irritated that the pole time hasn't like improved or anything.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Because I would assume people to actually go faster than that. But I guess maybe people are actually like not turning qualifying laps in practice here, which would surprise me. And because that's usually how it goes. I need to turn in earlier for this corner. The car just didn't slow down.
Be careful. Slow car ahead.
Pretty sure that took... Yeah, that took a sizable chunk out of my car. Maybe I need to move the brake pads even further where let's get this thing to stop. Because those are like two very critical points on the circuit where you need the brakes to work, otherwise you die.
Yellow flag ahead. Charging front.
Okay, somebody just got kicked. But I'm all over the place. Really struggling with stopping.
Yellow flag ahead. Charging front. Slow car ahead. Yellow flag in sector 1. Car on the right. Slow car ahead. Clear on the right.
I just about
Light damage on the front of the car.
avoided hitting that guy. I guess just about avoided hitting him. Yeah, that was sloppy, I could say. My tire pressures were also like not quite where they were supposed to be again. Front right still overpressured. Tire pressure correction. But if I utilize this like improvement to go 1 second faster, that'll be a decent improvement. Getting within 2 seconds of the fastest guys, like, that's enough for wrecks. Like on Monza you can get sub 1 second of pole. Like the car's competitive enough for that. But on this track it just isn't.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh, if that's the last call to P, then my man. You need to turbo P in 2 minutes. In 4 minutes.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Feeling like I'm heading into the last part of the depot there too fast. Like the first over the crest when you go to the left, right and then right. I think the right hander there It's technically like the third or second part of the Qualy irrelevant of how you count. Depending on how you count the thing. Depending on that, I feel like I'm heading too fast in and can't straight line the last part of it as well as I want to.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful. Yellow flag in sector 1.
Why did these guys suddenly stop? Getting very close to the walls here.
Yellow flag, be careful there. Slow car ahead.
Ah, I bottled that section completely. But that was a better run through there. I slowed down sufficiently enough, hugged the inside through the right hand, and then was able to straight line the left hander more. That should have probably given me quite a bit of speed. If I didn't like completely smack. Whoa! What the fuck is wrong with the straight there? I have no clue what the hell the straight has there.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
But if I take the bumps that are there, like in a certain way, my car just dies. I don't have a clue why it is doing that.
Crossing west.
I'm really annoying that McLaren behind me. 'Cause yeah, he's not that much quicker than me. I mean, he's sitting in P14, which is probably like a second quicker. And he just...
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Well, even for you, you can't take the corner with that line. Significantly better exit, but I don't know how. Raised the wall at entry there. Oh, ouch.
Light damage on the left of the car.
I'm not sure. This car just suddenly like... I feel like the stiff springs are hurting me now. I don't know. The car just suddenly like... For the time it's just no longer turn or some shit. Although in other sections I bottom out through the compression there, so it's like... How the fuck am I supposed to solve all of this? I've increased the right height, but not of the front much. The rear is quite high up. I don't know if the rear is hitting the ground because the rear has a lot of suspension travel. I've given the front quite a bit, but not that much. So let's drop the suspension travel on all sides. Making the car stiffer. soften all sides of the springs, not one side. Okay, well then. We need less fuel in the car. Otherwise it qualifies particularly hard. And... oh, I've been put into some guy's Porsche. Do I want to increase the front right height by a click? I guess. Will make the handling worse. Wait, is this guy like cheating in the pit lane? And driving faster? Yes, he was driving by that Beamer. Hold on, what the fuck was that I just witnessed? Yeah. This guy just disengaged the pit limiter and drove at like 65k before the game resets you. Oh, that is like just under the speed that the game resets you. Well, that's interesting and sneaky. Oh, okay, that's something. You need to do that in like some odd community race doing esports stuff like that. I don't think really. We go for the millimeter lower on the front. It's needed to get this thing to like turn for the corners. Please shut up now. Okay. There's some people who really annoy each other.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
There's the McLaren. Porsche about 2.1 seconds behind. Problem with how tight this circuit is, letting people by is quite a difficulty because of how slow I am. But that worked, I guess. Although the Audi driver in front isn't particularly that. I guess he also got out of the way. Yeah, I mean, we have a relatively large grid, so... I mean, this is Audi driving slow. Jesus Christ! What? Just drive! Get a move on! There are people on hot laps. You have to drive fast to get around the circuit. Should not get... You have to let like half the grid by. Okay, it's relatively easy, just drive. Speed. Solution to all problems in this case. I'm sometimes not particularly smart. My car is burning about 4.2 liters per lap. If I'd taken just 1 liter more, I would have been able to do one more lap. My qualifying run. Oh, well. Also, I just overshot that corner because the brakes didn't work. I kinda hate these brakes sometimes. Another completely missed apex. This is qualifying. Why are the brakes not working? Optimal track conditions. Slightly colder than before. Not much. That shouldn't make a difference.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Oh, if it is working fine, I guess. Yeah, it's really strange. The brakes do not stop right now. On the higher fuel load, I had better stopping power than this. This is very perplexing right now. Ah!
Please try to stay on the track.
Ouch.
Light damage on the front. Box, we have
Ouch. This has turned into a setup nightmare because the car is just not quite doing what it's supposed to do. Shit like that. Like, man, it's still bottoming out in places. It's still doing like weird shit. I have no clue what to stop it. We don't have that much like time left.
yellow flag in sector 1. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Slow car ahead.
I need to get a bank in badly.
There's a slow car ahead.
It continues to be the same Audi driver. It isn't going particularly quick.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Yellow flag in sector 3.
That's better for turn 1. Officiella kommer se an, that's good.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
That's off the wall there. Not positive. And now I have a boat stuck right behind me. It's obviously way faster over the mountain.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
I'm really not good with that corner, apparently. But I just need a bank at this rate in. And the boat just fucked itself. There's some consolidation at that point.
Slow car ahead.
Brakes, please, 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 please. Ooh.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front. Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
Let's see if I can drag this car a bit further up the owner. I think there's a bit more time. However, it's really a struggle, I will say.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
Not easy today. This car. Perhaps Butthurt isn't particularly a strong suit for me in general.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
It's a terrible accident of that happened. I think past time to actually put lap times in.
Yellow flag. Be careful.
I lifted slightly off the brake there and that cost me my exit speed.
Well done, mate. Fastest lap so far.
Slight lock up into T1.
On the left. Clear on the left. Yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
Pull over for fuck's sakes! You git!
On the left.
Oh, and then I bottled this corner, but that was on me. I drove way too slow for it. Ah, but that fucking git there, that just like... You smacked the wall, just get out of the fucking way! And I'm barreling down. There's probably not much time I can gain here. Contrary to popular belief, he was kind of wrong.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Ah, completely bottled T1 there. Let's pull over briefly so I can reset. Jesus, why the fuck did you come so close to me? Like, there was no need for that. You just scared the shit out of me. For no point. But there's more time in there, we know that. I think about half a second is in there still. If I can deliver or not is the other question. And that could ensure me the top 20 spot. And that would be kinda neat. Come on, bye.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
That Audi driver, man. Another car. Oh no.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
I probably won't be able to do multiple laps now. A single shot at this, and I don't think my tires on low temperature are gonna do it. Because I'm slightly out of time. It's just there's not a lot missing, but just enough.
Slow car ahead.
A bit of space behind. 4 seconds should be enough.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
Oh no, not again! I hate turn 1. For fuck's sake, my brakes just do not want to work. It's turn 1. It's already 2/10 down before I'm even hitting this second corner. I forgot the name of it. Completely took that also wrong. Bottle that corner. Oh, that's bad.
Yellow flag in sector
Oh
3.
fuck.
Car detected. Box, we have to...
Ah, I fucked this up. Ah, pain picker. There was more time in there, but I just bottled it twice when it mattered. I just won't cut it. Let's do fuel muffle with it. Let's do that. I don't have anything else right now to do. Calculator, what need you tell me? Well, what, 2 minutes pull up? I mean, why am I dividing 80 by 2? For fuck's sakes. Smartened. About 170 liters. So we need about 84 liters in the tank to start the race. Problem is, if we've been out in the beginning of the race, we do have to turn quite a few laps before we can actually fill. I don't think that long till we can fill fuel. Although, I mean, the math is checking out to like 170 liters, which is about 40 liters we have to burn off. Before we can finish the race. Also, actually, I didn't calculate extra laps or anything in that. That's not particularly great, but I mean, I can correct my... Because we're refueling, it's not much of a problem, because we can just refuel how much we need. Well, like 40... so about 10 laps, which is about 20 minutes. Till we can actually hit the end. It's interesting, 130 liters for an hour on this car? It seems like a slightly high number on this track. This track isn't like that high on fuel consumption usually. But it's not like low either, so I guess that works, maybe. This brake bias I'm gonna use. I guess we're gonna stay P20 though, out of 42 cars, which is, that's still impressive. I still find that an acceptable result. Although the temperature have gone down quite a bit. You probably wanna like put more pressure into the tires, I guess. 0.2 or 0.3. 3. Let's go for 3. 0.3. Use current pressures. Okay. And also set the fuel strategy that it's 84 liters for the pit stop. We could save this briefly as Rex Bat 01. So right. We do have somebody named himself Lewis Hamilton, I guess. He's starting P29. So he's about as washed as Hamilton. I mean, even if I got like half a second, it would have gotten me like only like 4 positions or something. So not much, really, on qualifying. Somebody left because his friends got kicked for not speaking English. It's like, come on. You guys can also chat in like your own private Discord or something. If you're not running in VR like me, it's not like a massive issue. It holds out. Where's my water bottle on there? Alright. Please keep Keep chat clear during the race, right? Yep. It should be self-evident, but it isn't always. For some reason my headset cable retainer wants to like keep my headset in position instead of just retaining the cable. Oh, sorry. Slightly out of position, so let's hope the brakes actually work. Would be very embarrassing if they don't, because I'm most likely gonna need it up the hill to survive the pile-up. Although there's no surviving it if there's the track blocks. There's just no surviving such an event. When there's like only a few meters here between the walls to spare. Then, well, there isn't much you can do. Honestly, I probably should have like put more brake duct blanking on this car at this point, because we're running lower temperatures than even usually. But I use lower brake ducts already. Well, we're stuck with this now. Except if they restart the race when there's a massive pile up, I guess they can fix it then. Right then. Get to lock the brakes on the formation lab. Car's back in race configuration. And we're in formation. Alright then. Slightly far ahead. It's all okay.
Green light, go, go, go. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Clear.
Car on the left.
Yes. I guess I got slightly. I think I got slightly tapped there. will check for damage after we're over the mountain. I'm heading back down. Fine, corner. Heading back down to the chase. If that's the Conrad straight, I think. Or was the other one the Conrad? I'm bad with names to begin with. How I am able to remember names of some corners on some tracks is a miracle. Because I can barely remember my own name. That's not quite how you take that corner! Please don't die in front of me.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
And I'm pretty sure you're not putting any more fight up in a straight line anymore after this. So, damage 2 seconds from getting tapped there. Start. That's a bit unfortunate. Oh well. We're up to P15 now. And we have survived lap 1. Somehow. And while people have tried to block the track in T1, that didn't quite work. Take it easy on the first few laps. Having enough issues for that compression there. Keeping the gap roughly stable to the Aston lines. Not the Bentley in front is running away. Not too surprising, I would say. Obviously the straights being where I can stretch my legs. And there's still a bit of a battle group in front. It's critical because they can still wreck each other out and block the track that way. Oh, come on! I hate turn 1 at times. I really struggle to stop. I think the Aston there. Oh yeah, the Aston had like. I mean, I remember the Aston took quite a chunk out of that MUQU. So for sure that guy is suffering from straight line speed problems, which is why he can't keep up with me at all. Like sure, this car is very fast in a straight line and it's a struggle to keep up, but that Aston took up too much out of that MUQU. Hold on to the compression there. And where I've run down, I Audi in front. Boat is just blasting by it, so I guess that's also another walking wounded. Those are easy cannon fodder for our car. Yeah, okay, and he's deciding to pit as well. Somebody's having network issues. Yeah, the lap wasn't particularly that great. The people that pitted this time do not make it till the end, most likely. Except they do have a fuel saving, I guess. I guess the next group is probably too fast for us. Heck, I mean, the boat in front is kind of too fast already. Understood there. Oh, this feels so wrong every single time. I have done a 4-hour race, by the way, on this track, single-handedly, in a KTM. It's been a few months since then, like nearly 4 months or something. But like, this still fucks with your brain getting that close to the walls. It's like, it's just wrong. And it's just way too risky. Dating now. The funny thing is, I'm very afraid of the walls there. I'm not. If they were killer curbs, I would probably like not be that afraid of them. And a freebie. We did actually gain on the boat in front. I guess that's the Audi that pitted for damage earlier. We actually gained on the boat. So if we can vaguely stay with it over the mountain, we might have a shot at it. Please don't bin it like I did once. Got a few months back when I drove this track with the boat actually in some league where was completely incompetent people and was leading easily. Oh god.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Slow car ahead.
that was too close.
Slow car ahead. Yellow flag, be careful.
But yeah, I don't want to say like I binned it into that second corner a month back or so in our race. Leading by miles. Not actually that many miles. Like there was one guy who could roughly run my pace. That was it. And he was still like a few seconds behind me. We were just at the start of the race. The opening few laps. And I just threw the entire race away in one corner. It's one of the rare cases where I actually retired. But passing this boat is not gonna be easy. He's able to stick it in there on the straights. And despite having gone alongside him at one point, he did gap me over the mountain quite well. Not too surprising because the Bentley is really good in corners and stuff.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
So. Yeah, he can just outrun me in this segment here. And while I'm fast on the straights, I can gain only like half a second on him. So nowhere near close enough to actually make anything. I just always close back in. Oh, not. At least he's not holding me up, I guess. Not that much faster. What I'm not liking is that he's really struggling with consistency in places.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 2.
Not particularly surprising. Another car he can slipstream off. That's also not helping me when he gets slipstreams. Oh well, I'm still closing in quite a lot. How the hell are you not getting that corner right? Like this one, yeah, sure, no problem. But like the corner before that, it's like how? Like there's a lot of corners that are like difficult here, for sure. No issues about that, but like, how the hell is he nearly crashing all the time in that corner? Not a good run for that corner here. And he's now very well in the slipstream of that car in front. We're closer than ever. Irritates me is the beamer hasn't pulled in immediately. You're an early pitter, you have a 30-second stop, go for speeding. Just come in immediately and serve the penalty as soon as possible. So half a second to the boat. Let's see. I think we might be able to do. Although he will probably go defensive. Yep, not surprising. Have the right to do. The problem is passing around the outside. But this time around I don't have a slow car to take the aero away from him and slow him down over the mountain. So following him. Ooh, wow. Actually, the Aston's closed up to us. Again. There's another Porsche driver ahead of that McLaren. The McLaren is a lapped car. The Porsche is actually for position. There's nothing you can do in Sector 2. It's a boat. Oh, and I need to get murdered by the back marker there. What's that noise? Why am I always driving the Rex? I don't know. It's calling for me. Well, because it's a challenge to drag an absolute shitbox from the back of the grid to the front. Because I like the memes, and it doesn't handle that badly. Like, actually driving it isn't that shit. It's just slow. It's the main issue of the car. It's just not particularly competitive. Although I'm having a bit of issues. I like to drive cars that not everybody drives. And this is the ultimate nobody drives this. Although I will on Saturday when I drive the solo enduro at PLR.Drive again, a normal car. I will most likely drive my Bentley again. At Hungaroring. Although I might drive a Porsche. Let's see, but I think I will drive the Bent. Yes, I've driven a lot the Rex recently, but I've also driven a lot of like off-season events. That has given me the opportunity to do that. It's just less frustrating when you're like try it on the with the same cards fighting against people for the win that are just way faster than you, and you can do nothing about them. Versus fighting people who are like significantly slower, and you with a card that is like very slow. It's kind of fun. Pressure is just way off because your expectations are like, well, can I drag this thing into the top 10? Maybe. Probably not. Can we do top 20? Perhaps better. That's fun of Rex. To play with people. And yeah, the Bentley is put down now. Fulton is drawing away. We're on the top 10, but as on pit cycle, I think quite a few people that have now pitted are actually capable of running to the end without pitting again. We're obviously going for the normie strat off. Let's run to the halfway point, put the other half of the fuel into the tank, and running till the end then. I think we're currently experiencing sunset, if I remember this correctly, how it's set up. And we are running at 2x time acceleration, so... I'm actually expecting us to perhaps finish the event at night. We kinda need. Kinda cool. I should start adjusting my brake bias for that for first elbow, but I'm just shit at always adjusting things mid-lap, so I'd probably start forgetting it. Still not on the apex there. Need to turn it really early. Oh god. Check up there for that McLaren. The mountain claiming a few people here. I mean, if you complete a Bathurst race without crashing, then it was either a very short race, at least taking some racing a wall once, it was either a very short race, or you didn't drive far enough. Or you needed it. Actually, the car with the pack in front is actually for position. I think that's the guy that just peeled into the pits. I don't know what's going on right now. I guess a few people are pitting early to repair their damages. We don't have damage. Well, we do have 2 seconds worth of damage. You want to probably defend. Yeah, I was about to say. Probably want to actually defend.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
This corner is so deceptive because you think you can do outside passes on it and it's just not possible on it. Even for the god of outside passes like me, it just isn't in the cards. was about to say that was a bit too hot for me there.
Slow car ahead. Yellow flag, be careful there. Yellow flag, exactly
It's
straight.
cleared. Alright. Let's see, can we finally get by him? Because this is the closest we've been so far. Although we could probably like pull pit strategy on him. Probably have to lift here. Oh, I messed this up badly. Not pitting, okay. Oh fuck. But not as close. This has been not as close as previously. And I need quite to be ahead of him to make actually the pass stick.
Car on the right.
And he's
Clear on the right.
usually self-secure in his braking.
Clear on the left.
But the one time he messes up, one time he actually messes up. The issue, now he's going to harass me over the entire map. Please don't murder me. Please. Because I'm very slow over this section here. And then bye bye. Why is everybody pitting? Like, you need a single pit stop. We're up to P4 right now on all the pit cycles. Like, why is everybody in the pits? There's nothing free there. I guess a lot of people are just busy repairing the cars. Okay, we have to pit in the next few laps. My overlay just showed up that I have 5 laps of fuel remaining, and that's the first time I think I graced the wall this race. I think the Bentley also had not particularly the best run over the mountain because I actually gapped him over the mountain. That's up from the pit menu. Didn't actually inflict any damage on the car. It's like 0 repair. That's neat, I guess. Let's put an extra lap worth of fuel into the car, let's say. It's my tire pressure readout.
Behind the car in front in sector 2.
It had quite a bit of pressure.
There's a car exiting pit lane.
And that's probably also why so many people are pitting, because we're reaching the halfway point. And I'm going to pit soon. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, temperature's gonna go down further. I need technically right now only 3. Actually, I need 4 for some tires. That's the ideal line. Let's actually switch the low beams on. Right. Somebody lapped cars here, like P16 is in front of me lap. Wait, if I'm lapping P16, then I'm definitely like in front of them. Because a pit stop doesn't take a lap. Like the pit lane is it's not actually that bad, I think, on this track. Although it's fairly long, actually. It's the entire pit straight here. It is quite a bit. Still another lap, I would say.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
No, we're probably not in the top 10, but hey. Chances are we might actually be. Enough people like took repairs and stuff. But they had now a lot of laps where they had to recoup the time they lost during the repairs and stuff. With superior pace, so very nice. I had quite a few laps where I was battling, so it's not helping either. I mean, P8 is the highest up car that has pitted already. Everyone else in front has not pitted. I have 2 laps of fuel remaining. I'll do another time around, I would say. Stop driving like absolute crap, Lukas. Let's give the tires one more click as well. I mean, we have 2 laps of fuel. I guess I'm gonna drive that fully out. No point in actually pitting early. Car's running great after all. The Aston having also stayed out the entire time, I assume he's probably not going to fix his damage. So if he executes a good pit stop, he's dangerous. In that sense. Yep, I need to come in next time around. I've not practiced the pit entry. That's a quite difficult one on this track. But I think I can manage it. As long as I hit the speed limit in time, it should be fine. Better bleed a few seconds. We are not like under an immediate threat from the car behind. Especially because I assume he's probably gonna either repair the car or he's gonna be very slow for the rest of the race. Actually, there's a decent chance he doesn't repair, just run with the damage. I don't like this, I don't like this. Where's the car? There's the car. Alright. Final adjustments for the pit stop. We're gonna turn repairs off. I'm gonna hit the pit line. And one speed.
To the car in front in sector 2.
Oh, that's a bit far. Come on, guys, jack it up. That didn't help me. That's some time lost because I overshot. Right. Fresh set of rubber going on the car. Best pull away. I think we might actually do top 10 still.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
I guess we cycled out P7 because there's a Porsche in P6 about 13 seconds up the road. A few calculators right now concluding 14 liters extra. Let's face it, that's better than 14 liters to few. Or even 4 liters to few. Considering what happened at Brands Hatch recently. Actually, there's cars that were in front of me actually are also pitting. So our real running position is quite a lot higher up. Expected. Yep, we'll beat... Let's beat the Honda out of the pits? Okay. Well, I guess the Bentley repaired, which is further back. So I guess we're currently P5. After starting P20, that is a lot of positions climbed, and we only really overtook 2 cars. The Aston on... Actually, we took more cars. Oh god, this guy is fast. He's not to be jerked around. He probably took a lot of damage early on, and he's now recovering from that. Because my goodness, what it does. I did not expect someone to be able to close that much over the mountain. I mean, I'm gonna outrun him most likely in the straight anyway. Although I think the X isn't that terrible. He seems to be able to keep up in the draft. He actually exceed me slightly. He got Simulator 4 there. And he's fast on straights. He just had probably like not a clean race so far. That's the difference. I had a clean race so far. Oh god.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Well, that is basically handing the position over. That wasn't intended. But honestly, I was not particularly in the mood of keeping this guy behind me for long either. I mean, sure, I can put good defenses up, but like... if this guy spent like 3 laps behind me, the likelihood of him wiping me out is pretty high. Straight line. Wow, this is damage from the grace of the wall. Well, I have damage from past window for now. Nothing. I think a 10th that I gained extra from what I've had previously already. I was not particularly a smart assistant driver. Although he did lock the brakes, he didn't roll back across the circuit. But he nearly collected both of us. There. And I'm leaning time to myself, which is not a good omen. Not sure if that's just not clean driving or just... So there's this an Audi driver that has passed our Aston. He's probably not gonna put some pressure on. Oh, you raced a 2-hour race at Le Mans with an LMP2. How did that go?
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Well, to give you a brief recap how this has been going, this is an 80-minute race technically. Oh, there's 30 minutes remaining on it. I had qualified 20th out of about 42 cars. There was a wreck on at the exit of turn 1, but I only got a slight paint scratch. So got basically away unharmed. I passed about like 2 cars on track, and the rest were just cars that had wiped out and probably repaired their damage in the pits. And we've cycled up to P6 right now, although there's an Audi that are just in this lap already gained 2 seconds on me. Behind me, so not sure I'm gonna keep this position for long. I mean, I lost the position already to that Honda in front. I basically let him by. Yeah, we're driving here into the sunset at Bathurst. I guess aiming for a top 10 finish in the end. With our Lamborghini Rex. The quick car on the straights. Although that NSX in front was actually able to keep up with me on the straightaways. But when I was fighting a Bentley, I was running him down by like 0.7 of a second on the straights, and then lost all the time again over the mountain. So it was an interesting battle there. In the end, I just about got him. I think he took damage repairs then in the pit stop, because he's nowhere behind us. Oh, that BMW again. Saw him already once and parked in the dipper. Right. Yeah, you also got by the back marker. Not sure if it's an Evo 1 or Evo 2. Gonna find out once he passes me. Because you can really notice the difference between those two cars on the rear wing. The Evo 2 has that curved rear wing. With the really elaborate mounting system for it. Still a slow car here.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Slow down there a bit. Right. I think that's not Evo 2, probably. I'm guessing. I mean, why would we run Evo 1 outside of not owning the DLC? Not really much of a point of fighting him. He's quite significantly quicker than me. Although he's gonna struggle when he pulls out the pit clip slim. I'm gonna... Would you please dive?
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Although it would have perhaps been even quicker if I just lifted, because that outside line cost me quite a lot of time. Honestly, that's the main point. I'm laying it by so I can continue fighting other people behind. I'm just running with the assumption that these fast drivers, if they wiped out once, they're gonna wipe out again. If they don't, they don't. It's as simple as that. Yeah, the Porsche driver has closed down to 10 seconds. If I start putting good lap times in, that should be fine. And he has to still pass the Aston as well. Hello there! How are you doing? As a brief recap, we started P20 and we are now up to P7. It was a mandatory pit stop that I've already served. Most people probably took damage repairs, especially two very fast drivers that have in the meantime passed me already. We have one slow Aston driver about 8 seconds behind us. That is... that guy had taken a chunk out of another car to start the race, and he seems to not have repaired the car. While I'm in front of him and quite a bit faster. Not actually that much, I'm not pulling really that away. But he serves right now as a barrier to another Porsche that is probably gonna close me down before the end of this. We're way further up than we probably should, because we're one of the few drivers that have so far run a very clean race. Outside of having slightly got a paint scratch at the start. AKA 2 seconds of damage that I didn't repair. We have not collected any further damage. Although that can always change. But not this time. This guy really wants to commentator curse me here today. But yeah, right, it's 22 minutes right now remaining. And we're going into the sunset here at Bathurst. Brakes, please, please, please turn up to race. Yeah, my laps are not quite shit right now. It's not good.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
This is beautiful. Sun shining through the trees there. You don't see sunset at Bathurst that often. I mean, you're seeing like the sun fully set. You see it oftentimes like starting to set because you run into the evening at 12 hour. But you see the sunrise and then you see it basically being evening position. But here we actually have probably... We won't go full dark most likely, but we have 2x time acceleration, so we'll probably see quite a bit of darkness. And the Aston is doing a valiant effort keeping that Porsche behind. But yeah, that Audi that passed me like 2 or so laps. And what, 3-4 laps ago, he's 10 seconds ahead of me already. I think last time I did like a 2 minute or 2. He's just... there's no point finding. And then the Honda drivers is 20 seconds ahead. He didn't pass me that long ago, like 10 laps or so. It is that much quicker. They're decent drivers. Just didn't have a particularly clean race. And they're obviously in a good car in comparison to this car. Slowly the headlights are actually making a dent in the visibility. The Aston is still keeping the Porsche behind. It's very interesting. Very boring at this point. Not much to do than besides looking into the distance I mean, they put a lot of objects there. At least it looks like you can see so far. Although there is a bit of fog, but I guess we do have a bit of cloud cover over that. So there should be a bit of fog into the distance. I mean, I've done here like a 4-hour race, but I'm like, where we basically had like 10 GT4 cars. It was only GT4. It was kind of boring, but it wasn't actually that boring. It's been quite fun to drive. Where did I finish? I think like P3 or P4 or something like that. I didn't have anything against the leaders. I think they nearly lapped me. Or lapped me a second time even. I know that I was running away from them for like the last stint or so. Trying to prevent them from, I guess, putting me another lap down or something. Because they were stupid quick. I was driving with my KTM. And yeah, slowly, step by step, the light is disappearing. Those clouds and these like dark spots in the sky as the sun starts to completely disappear. I should be probably swapping to the endurance lighting. Well, I'm not sure this car actually has cockpit lighting. Which is what you mainly swap on with endurance lights. Doesn't do much really for the illumination. Mainly only does cockpit lighting for most cars. How the sun is shining onto that field. Well, I guess that those are houses. I guess that's why it's bright over there. Those spots. 'Cause these are houses if you look into the distance. They're all houses. Actually, the Porsche behind has gotten by the Aston finally. So we do perhaps have somewhat of a showdown. Yeah, he put in a 04 last time around. I guess it's game on. He's about 8 seconds behind. 11 minutes remaining. I need to put some decent laps in. Nearly chopped 2 seconds off already. But we're now on the straights, so we should be drawing away from him. Not really. Somehow this guy's gap is not really changing on the straights. Meaning about like half a second or so on him. Only straight bits. That's not much considering how long this whistle will have. Oh, we do have cockpit lighting. A lot of cockpit lighting, actually.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
I would say also the high beams are doing quite their work. They're like blinding me with how much they light up. He's going to be in attack distance in about 3 laps. We've not been lapped by the race leader, but well, expect, looking at the time, 4 laps at least. I think we'll probably have a 5 here. 5 to go with this one, I think. So we do have a showdown coming up here. Whoa. No! No! And that's the position gone. Ah, the fucking curb got me. God damn it. Ah, that is so painful. The bumps first gets me there, and then the curb fucking gets me. Ah! For fuck's sakes. And then I nearly bottle it there. Come on, I can finish this race at least. I don't think we're actually back up to P7 or something. I guess somebody got wiped out in front. Ah, but that is painful. That is so stupid from me. Handed that guy a complete freebie because I can't bottle it at that point. If I bottled it a few laps earlier, I would have stayed in front actually. Like 2 laps earlier, I would have easily stayed in front. It had to happen on that one. First I get the bumps. Oh. What the fuck am I doing right now? I've been driving flawlessly for 70 minutes, and then in the last few minutes everything starts unraveling. And now we have the Aston behind us. Oh, and I think I took... I shouldn't have really top speed damage at all. Because I took not that much damage from taking a nick out of that wall. But like, come on Lucas, get your shit together again. Oh, that's not good. I hate that corner so much. And it got the better of me. Stupid error. Completely unforced. And I'm now under pressure from the Aston. It was previously 8 seconds behind me, but now suddenly I'm not able to keep him really behind me. It was previously quicker over the mountain than me, but lost quite a bit of ground on the straights, so I was able to go away from him. It's really odd, like at the end of the first stint I didn't have any issues, but now it's just trying to fall apart. Probably have 2 laps to go after this. No! 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 Fucking lack of... Oh no! Come the fuck on! That is so bullshit! The braking marker goes missing and I blow the fucking corner like some noob. Let's see. Come on. Get some draft off this guy. Ah, we're not gonna make him most likely.
Car on the right.
The inside line is...
Clear on the right.
But we did actually make it stick. Ah! Drive such a clean and nice race that I absolutely... I'm throwing it with both hands right now away. Let's hold the fuck on for the next 2 laps.
Right, man. The leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push.
As I thought, 2
Yellow
laps.
flag in sector 3.
I don't know why he didn't like try to fight back because of me going around the outside. Like he could have pushed the braking there. On the other hand, it's an Aston, so I mean it's not that great on brakes, but like this is a Rex, and I'm going around the outside of this fucking corner. As long as you can vaguely make it to the apex. Please stop! Please stop! Please stop! Okay. I guess the brakes want to pack up as well at the end here now. Porsche had also some issues on that lap, he was quite slow. Ah, but I could have easily had both of these positions. And not one of them. And there's still enough time to bottle the other one away. Done it once doesn't mean I cannot bottle it again away. Although it is impressive for me to be able to stay on the lead lap with this car for over an hour. Two corners to go. You just have to drag this thing to the fucking finish line at this point. Through the bumps, brakes. And
Good job. You did the best you could. Now bring the car back.
and what it's P7 in the end. Should have been P6 after the... Well, I bottled it away. And technically it should have been P7. Somebody in front bottled it hard. I think he got taken out. As far as I could judge from the chat, someone got taken out in front of us. But, oh my... yeah. I'm definitely satisfied with this. I guess the leader got fricked out, maybe? Oh, who knows? Let's pull over, actually. I don't have the start on the replay because my replay isn't long enough to include the start actually. Hello. Setup, current. Brake pads were down to 24 millimeters. Oh, that's fine. Tire sets 9, 8. Both of them fine. They don't have actually that much wear on them. In comparison to like other tire sets that I've driven on. Well, actually, we do have the full race length on a replay. From the start of the session till the end. Well, that's convenient. How long do I have my... Sorry, I opened the replay again. How long do I have my in options? General, an hour 15, but that's not an hour 15, it's an hour... Whatever. Math, apparently, for replays isn't particularly the easiest. Hello. I guess I lost my mouse cursor. Let me back. So, yeah, P6 in the end, 6 seconds down from the Porsche driver front. Actually, yeah, Borden is the race winner, I guess. I don't know what happened. Who dropped out in the end in the front. Someone, I guess. Whatever. He still wrecked his thing to P7. Although there are not that many finishers. P17 is the last. I mean, there's P22 that finished. P20, P19, but there's P18 and P21 that have not finished. And then the rest is just 48 people listed, 2 disqualifications, and then there is a boatload of guys that just didn't finish. 20 cars just DNF'd out of this. Which blinds to you why someone can drag a Rex up to P7. Pretty simple. As long as you know. But yeah, that's painful. Just bothering. Right. Well then. There is a stunt. Got a ping over here. Oh yeah, I've gotten pinged on this Discord. Music and love? Why the fuck have I been pinged on this? Oh, somebody pinged an ad here. Well, that explains it. That explains that. I see. Okay. Alright then. What is going on the Aris Discord? Somebody posted, I think, the turn 1 wreck on Discord already. Yep, session finally ticked over. I should leave at this point, just let the server cycle out. Right. Cycle out of here. We're gonna load the replay briefly. That's what happened here. Okay, there's an NSX getting murdered, but I remember there being a MUQU that died. Here, somebody murders an NSX. What position is this? P28, so that's further down the grid, actually. That's this Lewis Hamilton. Whoa, how many people he dive bombed there? I'm gonna load that up on my replay in a moment. Actually, I can see myself ahead there. What the hell happened? Because I'm not going evasive there. It's interesting. As far as I could see. Right. We have this replay here. Let's briefly check out the replay. For some carnage. There's my car. Yes. Where's the... I think that's the Hamilton guy if I... Oh, we're gonna figure it out in a second. Ah, there he is. So just for them... Yeah, he retired after like 6 laps or so. That's... And then he just runs out of skill and runs this guy over. And then obviously as soon as he gets slowed down, the cars behind... Well, they can't do that much about it. Well, when you hear the back of the grid, you can't expect really people to avoid, but like... He just like, just drives in them. If he slightly lifted and actually turned more, he would have not hit that car. But he doesn't, he just drives into him. Yeah, the main fun thing is like this. I mean, I did that in Hungary. The thing is, he actually doesn't gets it pulled up. As long as he just didn't drive into that car like an idiot, he would have been fine. And then you have the second wreck and the first wreck in front. That's not. Poor McLaren gets also collected there. And let me just briefly get that other Beamer. I want the onboard of that. What could this guy do? Yeah, that's our car brakes. Granted, you can't see that much of the... you can't predict that there's going to be a collision, really. Although you kind of can. It's like you kind of see the... I mean, I'm obviously paused here. You can see the... Obviously, there's the NSX. He gets covered up by that car. He's hard to see, but at this point, like... Yeah, there's not much time you have to react. But when it comes to these starts, like, you do not have much time to react to things. And we're gonna demonstrate in a second how much time I had to react to the accident in front of me. Probably had to sort second there. Okay, and there's the wreck starting already in front. But this is actually the point that I only see it. I don't see it actually starting there. I don't actually notice it. I see the car slowing down there, and then I see suddenly a MUQU in front of me. What actually hit me there? I want to figure that out, because something hit me. Ah! That Audi bopped me. Got bopped by the Audi into the back. I thought I got hit in the side, but actually I just got bopped in the back. Obviously, the acid basically saved mainly my ass because he just like... If he didn't hit that MUQU, I would have not dodged the MUQU. Because the MUQU just let himself roll. If he didn't lift... If he didn't like hit the guy and spun him around, I would have hit him. Like, I couldn't move much more left at this point anymore. And he just didn't hold his brakes. So that would have actually wrecked me if the Aston didn't take the brunt there. So I guess thank you. Even though I just passed you then. So, but the question is all in our mind. What the hell started this accident actually? Oh hey, we have a MUQU already off the road there. So I guess that's half the answer. Yeah, he brakes too late, overshoots, goes wide. Comes back, and the Porsche murders him. It's like, what the hell were you guys doing there? Let's grab the Porsche, actually. There's a car there! And you're just staying on the throttle and everything. It's like, perhaps he's half lifting or something, but like, I can't tell, but like... He just drove into him. Actually, I think that's the guy that beat me in the end. It's the 96? Yep, that's the 96. That's the guy that actually finished in front of me. He started the massive wreck in front of me. Granted, it is an awkward situation. It's just like, what are you expecting here to happen? It's like, it's a very simple. At this point, what are you expecting to happen? You're not gonna clear the MUQU till the corner exit, and he probably wants to actually be on the racing surface and not drive into the grass. And he has room there. You're just gonna like room there, so like there's no point in it. And even further here, like at this point you really have to just like slam on the brakes and avoid the MUQU, because you're gonna understeer into him. It's very clear at this point. Because I think the MUQU is not actually moving that much on his line. I'm gonna check that. Check that again. Where's the MUQU routed to what line? He's actually... Yeah, he did finish off the corner, but so he did still move right, but he drove as far as he could onto the curb there. Without driving into the gravel there. And that would actually be not good for him if he drives into the gravel, because he's gonna be slow down the entire straight and everybody needs to pass him. And that's just asking for another accident to happen then. Just 50 meters later. So it's all like very complicated and confusing, so quite a few cars got collected in that. Right. Okay, I'm going the wrong direction. Whatever. Doesn't matter too much. I'll get back to me eventually. That boat looks quite second-hand, you could say. That's the boat that I'm gonna do a bit of battle with. And this is the lap where he overshoots. This draft here, it's like... Alright, I didn't check the chat. I still don't race for places, but for SP. Which is SP again for rating? Isn't that safety? I don't think that's safety. SP, what is SP again? SA is safety, I know. Yeah, it's just... SA is safety. I don't know what's SP. I think SP is the rating when you do the ACC competition races. Right. Which lap do I set this commit death? I guess it's this lap. But yeah, these bumps, like... I had that in practice a couple times happen, but like not in the race. That's the only lap it happened in the race. And then I hit the curb, the car bottoms out, and that was me done. So unfortunately, free before that Porsche driver. Alright. Yeah, safety rating grind is a bit of a thing. You can only grind up to like 60-70 SA against like AI, and at that point you have to just race all the line. Actually, public lobby can get you like up to like... Can help a bit, but the problem is public lobby also like the competition in them. Because you can end up like in no man's land, or getting collected on a lap 1 wreck. There's both possibilities for AI. As I said, like multi-classes. Yeah, I mean you don't even have to hit the curb. I know for driving the KTM crossbow, that corner was like constantly killing me. Although prior to doing the 4-hour race here, I actually fixed that setup finally. So it wasn't like the car was actually drivable on the circuit. Before that, it was like not good. And then ouch. the wall there again. And then I mean, the braking marker is here obviously in the replay because it's not taken out. Yeah, brake way too late. You need to brake quite a bit before the braking marker. And I think I also, like, brakes didn't quite work that well. And I'll try going defensive, but it just isn't enough. The guy just passed me around the outside. It was close. It worked. And then I luckily was able to Rex myself back past them again. An okay run out of that corner. Draft, draft, draft. He decides to go back defensive. I mean, I pushed the braking as hard as late as I could there, really. But not too late, and it worked out just fine because he was a bit careful on the brakes. And that didn't pay out for him. That cost him the position. Unfortunately for him. Right, what else? Do I have something else I can load that people posted? BMW issue. People are memeing on the BMW driver. Wait, Ryan Renner wasn't. Where did he finish? Because I know he was, I think, one of the Audi driver that passed me actually. Yeah, I mean he finished P3. Okay, like he was one of the drivers that passed me, and oh, the NSX actually didn't finish in front of me. I just looking. Oh wait, the results are anyway here very skewed because they're listing me in P6, which is wrong. I was P7. One car was is missing out of this replay apparently. I don't know what happened with these results, but they're clearly wrong because I should be P7. There's a car missing. We can just, I guess, go through the orders. No, that doesn't work. I can just probably look up the order on SGP. Probably should answer my question. Yeah. I mean, if you're, as said, like, the rating really climbs at, like, distance in finishing racings helps a lot with that rating, but also just not wrecking, what I mean, like, racing around other cars, like, incredibly boosts that. Like, if you're around other cars, that's really to climb it, but if you just race, that helps also. Alright, well, yeah, there's the NSX, finished P4. For some reason it's not listed on my replay. He for sure exists, it's not listed. Because he left the server just when I was finishing up the race. But I mean, for sure he probably is there. I mean, there he is in front of me. Like, there's the NSX we're talking about. He's just not listed in the results for some reason. There are 18 cars listed only on my results anyway, when I pull it up here in the replay. I mean, for sure he finished the race. We actually did like 39 laps in this race. Alright then. Man, like the sight here from up here. How far you can look into the distance. From the chase cam. Can we get the helicam? Oh, look at the wall. Actually, no, that's the car behind me. That's actually... Nah, he's right now behind me. Because I think I skipped back. Did we not get helicam because I'm in VR? Hey, I'm sitting on the roof. Yeah, there's a reason why I didn't put much of a fight up against him. I mean, he climbed, I think, up to P4, was it, where it got scored in the end? Yeah, there's a slight lift from me that didn't help with the exit. Alright then. Draft, and now he moves. He's looking up the inside in the next corner, and he does a slight send, and then I just head off the road by myself. Quite an embarrassing moment. It'll look fine enough, I guess. Right. I think we've seen enough. We're satisfied. I'll get back out of that. Right, okay. Hold on. We finished about a minute behind the race leader, which is definitely impressive. Although he started P6 actually. I had to climb his way up into the lead. When did he pit actually? There. 3:07 outlap. But his pit box is actually... I think all pit boxes are after the start finish line. Where is my pit stop? Here. 3:03. So I actually executed a slightly faster pit stop than him, so he might have like repaired some damage, but I don't think he was like that much slowed down the leader. The advantage, one in front of Aris. Aris finishing P2 in this race with his Ferrari. Right. Okay. Well then. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to run actually. Tomorrow I will run 8 PM roughly, I think, on my stints in the ELC. I think 8 or 9, 8 hours, I think, of Buddha. Gonna drive LMP2 there. It's been a hot minute, I guess. Actually, not that long since I've driven an LMP. But I mean, this is actually default spec, I think, LMP2s. I think they're like completely stock Aura cars, so no like nerfs on them, no brake boosts, just a normal Aura car for once. Which will be a bit of a change of pace. I guess I haven't turned a lap of practice, I probably should do that. Yeah, I should probably really do that, because I really have... Because I really don't know that track that much. But I mean, I can do that in the afternoon actually, because I'm running the stints in the evening for once. I don't need to stint in the afternoon for once, yay! Right, okay. Well then, I will be calling it as well. So see you guys, see you next time, bye bye. And also I'm gonna stream on, what is it, Sunday, the 2.5 hour enduro. I'm gonna finally drive something else on the Rex. Bye bye.